Hello, episode 3. So we got a few packages here to ship out, and then hiding the address just to be safe. Then a few more here to ship out later that I haven't received payments for, so I'm just holding off with those. And all of them sold. All of these auctions ended yesterday, so all of the people haven't had the time to pay, I suppose. So I'm just shipping out the stuff that I have received payments for. Excuse me, I'm a little bit tired at the moment. You know, when you wake up from a nap, that's what usually happens. Anyway, I just thought that I would talk to you briefly about the plans for this video. First of all, so right now I'm just gonna ship that out, obviously, and after that I'm going to a grocery store, and right next to the grocery store is a second-hand store. So I thought that I would, look at, see if they have some stuff, obviously, and then I was gonna do that tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm actually going to about 4 different places all at once, just because why not? Let's make a trip out of it, you know. And so I was gonna go to the 5th place tomorrow as well, but since the other 4 they're kind of over here, and the one I'm going to today is by the grocery store over there, I'll just go to that 5th one today, and the remaining 4 tomorrow. And one of those 4 is actually, I guess I'll talk about this tomorrow, but one of those 4 is quite a way away, some distance away. So it's gonna take me a little while on my bike, and if I don't find anything, it feels pretty. I've gotten some exercise, but I haven't. Well, it feels like some time wasted. Anyway, if I want exercise, I'll go to the gym, I suppose. It's not great exercise being on my bike, outside. But anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. You never know, there might be something good at that place several kilometers away from here. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check. And then the other 4 after that, the Red Cross and Backlist and Myrorna, as it's called. But yeah, so I mean, I guess I will update you on the auctions. So I can't really show you what I've sold, because obviously these are already packed. I mean, they're already in the packages. They're already in the Jiffy bags and in the envelopes. I do have the list here on the Swedish eBay of what I've sold, of course, but right next to the pictures of the movies is the addresses for the people who have bought the stuff. So I can't really show you that either, but I can tell you what I've sold. So in all of these packages here, we have the Triangle, which is a miniseries that I bought in I think it must have been 7 years ago. I never watched it. Which I actually bought that at Backlist when they had the 6 for 99 offer, and now they have 8 for 99. But so I paid about 15 crowns for it, I guess, and I sold it for more than that. Because I mean, okay, so I guess I haven't really talked about that. But before I move on to the other stuff, I guess I could just mention that I have. Well, I guess I kind of have. I mean, not in these movie bargain hunting videos, perhaps, but anyway. So I am selling stuff from my own collection as well. I'm not just going to second-hand stores trying to find stuff that I can sell for more, but I'm also kind of looking through my own collection to see if there are any movies that I don't think are widely available that I might get some more money for, that I'm not gonna watch again myself anyway, and so I might as well get rid of them. I have been going through my collection a lot, looking for titles like that, and I've just found some stuff. I mean, you can see we have some piles here. This stuff is mainly stuff that I've found in secondhand stores, but these 2 piles here are movies that I kind of planning on selling. I mean, we have Ladybugs here. I don't want to sell this, but I figured if it kind of depends on how much I'll get for them. if I want to sell them or not. So I'm just sort of testing the waters a little bit. I'm, you know, yeah, trying it out, seeing what people want to buy from me and what people don't want to buy from me, what they want to pay. So I'm kind of just learning about that stuff, I guess. So those two piles here in the middle, stuff from my own collection. You know, this is Spinal Tap. I have the Blu-ray. I'm not gonna go through all of it, but anyway. And we have some stuff here actually. Dar Divorce, Garden of Love, Insane, Grotesque, and Red Room. Well, apart from Insane, which is not that graphic, that's some pretty nasty, gory horror right there. And on top we have this cute little kids DVD right next to Red Room. I feel like this is tainted just now. I mean, I'm gonna have to wash this or something before sending that out to probably, you know, a family with a kid who's gonna watch. I mean, yeah, anyway, I'm joking, of course, but it's like the most ridiculous juxtaposition: Red Room and then Barbapapa. This is a Swedish show that I used to watch. I've talked about this before. Actually, I mean, it might not be a Swedish show. No, I looked it up. It might be. Well, actually, I saw that on the credits. It might be. It felt Japanese, and I think I must have looked it up. Maybe I didn't, but I feel like it might be a Japanese animated show originally. I don't know, but I used to watch that as a kid. And over here as well, that pile of stuff over to that pile. I think you might recognize some of those things on the left from a previous video if you watched that video. The one where I talked about having to get rid of some stuff. I haven't sold too much of that, but I have sold a few things. But the main part of what I've sold, what I've made money on, well, maybe not the main part, but I suppose it is. The main part would have to be stuff that I've recently bought in secondhand stores. But I have made some money from movies that I've picked out of my collection. Like I said, the Triangle and BMX. Well, I don't think I said the next one, but BMX Bandits is the next one. And then Death Metal, Are We Watching You Die? Which is a horrible documentary. I mean, you can't even call it a documentary. It's one of the most disappointing pieces of crap that I've ever seen in my life. I bought that at Sweden Rock Festival from one of these tents, you know, with I think it was a a bunch of German vendors or whatever. They came to Sweden Rock to sell some DVDs. And you know, they had generally good stuff, but this documentary, I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's produced, why it's been released, or why it's called Death Metal. I don't know anything about it. I just wrote the title. I didn't write like in the description, great music documentary about death metal. I just wrote Death Metal, Are We Watching You Die in the title, and then like DVD in the description or something. I don't know. I didn't write anything because I didn't want to give anyone the impression that this was a good documentary, because it's not, and I feel kind of bad for you know, charging someone for it, charging money for it. But this person who's bought it, I hope he will like it anyway, because I can't see anyone liking it though. Anyway, I don't think I should feel bad. But anyway, so I sold that. And actually, one thing I can show you, I've actually bought 2 copies of this, because they had 2 of them at Backlist. And Sally, this is a Swedish sitcom that I haven't really seen much of. But I sold one, but I actually thought that I thought I could probably get a little bit more than what I did, but it's fine because I got twice what I paid for it, which means if I got 2 of them, then I got 1 for free for myself, so that's pretty good. And then the Hobbit box set that I found cheap, of course, I got more for that. A couple DVDs, Swedish movies that doesn't really matter what they are. I sold Hard Boiled. I'm not sure if I talked about that, but I've picked that up a while back, by John Woo with Cho Yun-Fat. Pretty hard to find in Sweden, so I paid 20 for that and I got 150 for it, so that's pretty good. And I sold, I guess I don't need to go through every single title. I'm not going to do that in the future, but seeing as this is kind of new and exciting for me to just sell stuff, make some money online, follow the auctions. I might as well do it now, this time anyway. The Serpent's Egg, it's an Ingmar Bergman movie that I found at a supermarket a long time ago. It must have been in 2009 as well. And I think that was the first. Well, it was the first Ingmar Bergman movie that I bought, but I don't think I had seen an Ingmar Bergman movie. Maybe I had seen clips from Fanny and Alexander. Yeah, I probably had. But I hadn't gotten into Bergman exactly, which I still haven't really. Although, after having seen Persona for the second time, I feel like I have finally gotten into Ingmar Bergman's movies. Although I need to watch some other movies, for the second time and see if I like those as much as I like Persona, and check out some of the other movies for the first time. Anyway, I can talk about this stuff forever. That's not necessarily what this is about, but yeah, The Serpent's Egg, pretty obscure Ingmar Bergman movie, and I've never watched it, and I figured it's not really available, so I don't know what I paid for it. I probably paid like 20 crowns for it, and so I got my money's worth. And I sold Shoot 'Em Up, which is another one that I found at Backlist years ago, which I actually kind of liked, with Clive Owen and I think Paul Giamatti. Speaking of that 8 for 99 DVD section, I just stumbled across this earlier today, so I thought that I could show it to you, because I mentioned in the last part, or in the part before, or maybe in both, I don't know, that I was at the basement at Backlist, found a bunch of movies. I went upstairs to the main floor, I gave the DVDs to the guy, and he looked for the discs, and as he did that, right next to the register, we have 8 DVDs for 99 crowns, which, yeah, mentioned before, they increased it from 6 to 8. I wonder, you could make a seriously long compilation video if you went back, went back to the beginning of my videos, found every single time I referred to this 8 for 99 or 6 for 99 offer at Backlist. You can make a 5-minute long video of me saying 8 for 99, 8 for 99. But anyway, so it's a good deal, 8 movies for 99 crowns. So I went up there, and as he looked for the discs, I looked for some more movies, and I found some more movies. Both for episode 1 and episode 2. I think I made 2 hauls, and I think I did the same thing for both of them. And anyway, long story, it doesn't have to be, come on now. But I usually, that's usually what I do. There's something that can be so easily explained with a few words, and I just go on and on about it, and I make it into a big deal. But anyway, I just thought that I'd show it to you, because they have a picture here on their website, or on their Facebook page, and I said that I don't really like bringing out the camera when the guy is right next to me at the register. Feels kind of weird to film. But here are the 8 for 99 offer. So quite a few movies to choose from in that offer, and I just thought that I would let you know what it looks like. Anyway, speaking of that, I guess 2 of the movies that I found in that offer, I think it was in episode 1, were these 2 right here. I think it must have been in episode 1, I'm not sure, but these 2, the one that I showed you, and then a Swedish movie here, it doesn't really matter which one it is. But they were part of that offer, which means that they were about 12, 13 kroner, whatever, Swedish currency, 12 or 13 each. And this one, the auction is not over, but, well, I can show you the auction actually. Let's actually show you the auction actually. It is right here, and I did not think that I would get this much for it. You can see it here. There's the movie, 1 day, 5 hours left. 303 crowns. Leading offer. It's pretty good. Apparently this is a movie that people want to see. You know, based on how much money people want to pay for it. Which I didn't expect that. I just put it up for 1 crown and just hoped for the best. And the best, well, it's pretty good anyway, has occurred. Anyway. And the other kids movie is like around 170, I think. So you can make some good deals if you. I mean, I think Backlist, they get so many DVDs, and then they don't really have time to look into how much each is worth. And it's of course the same with secondhand stores. They price every DVD the same price. I mean, they don't really care about how much they're worth. If it's a DVD, it's 10 crowns or 20 crowns, whatever. And yeah, so sometimes you're lucky, you find stuff like this that goes for a lot more online. And that's why I do this, I guess. Why I started doing this. Then of course, I don't know if this if it's like this on the main eBay, you know, for people in the UK and the US and Germany and every other country. But in Sweden, when we sell on Tradera anyway, on this auction site that I have referred to as the Swedish eBay, they want a 10% commission on pretty much everything you sell. So yeah, well, it's you know, it is what it is, but they do want that. I mean, they are offering a service where you can sell your stuff, so I guess I mean, they have to be able to keep going. I mean, to keep doing that. I mean, anyway. So they want a 10% commission. I think it used to be 15%. And also you can only upload 100 auctions, and after that, the auctions you upload past 100, if you don't, if they don't sell, then Tradera, they want a fee for that. But if it's only a DVD, the fee is quite small. I think it's 3 crowns. But if they do sell, they don't want anything. So if I have 100 auctions up already, and I have something like this, you know, that I know are most likely gonna sell for more, and if I put them at 1 crown, and if then you know, I pretty much can. I don't have to worry about having to pay that fee because they're gonna sell. So I guess a smart thing to do could be to. I mean, if I have some stuff that I don't know if they're gonna sell or not, and if I have some stuff that I know are gonna sell, I'll put out the former first. If there's a risk of reaching 100. Anyway, never mind. It's not really that interesting, but yeah. So I'm just saying though that I mean, I'm not receiving 100% of the money here. But anyway, I feel like I was gonna say something more. No, I don't know. I think that's it. But right now the letterbox, whatever, is being emptied at 5 o'clock. So I gotta get over there and put the stuff in the box, and then one of the things is not gonna fit into the box. It's the red one, so I have to go to the actual post office and give it to that person. Anyway, and I mean, I could talk about more of these that I'm selling and more. I mean, what's going on with more of the auctions, because obviously all of them aren't successful. I mean, some of the stuff that I buy, I might not get too much for. I haven't really made. I mean, I made a profit for all of the things that I bought so far. I haven't bought something that I haven't been able to sell for anything yet. But there are some stuff that I feel like. I mean, I mean, well, okay. So this one, Nikolai och Julie, it's a Danish drama show that I watched back in the day, 10, 15-ish years ago, and it's I was thinking that it might be one of those shows that people remember watching, you know, one of those rare DVDs that nobody has, and you know, I put it up on Tradera, and then people see it and they're like, oh yeah, it's that show that I used to watch back in the day. Back in the day, it's my new favorite expression. Anyway, and I don't know, I mean, I just took a shot. I mean, I took a chance. But it seems like it's a show that maybe people have just forgotten about, or maybe not as many people as I thought. saw it, maybe not that many people are interested in seeing it again. I wasn't sure, but I don't think I will necessarily get that much for that. At least not as much as I had hoped. So that's how it is sometimes as well. But I didn't pay too much either, and I kind of want to see it myself. So if I don't get it sold for a profit, I'm just gonna hold on to it and watch it myself eventually. But it is online. It is the auction is up on Tradera. Overpriced at the moment, I will admit, but I'm just, like I said, I'm testing the waters. I don't know what people want to pay, and so I guess that's that. I'm gonna do the things today now that I said, and whether or not I'll find something today at Emmaus right next to the grocery store, I don't know. I guess if I do, I'll just show you when I get back here. If not, I will see you tomorrow. Okay, so it's up to you now. Can you guess if it's Monday or Tuesday? Well, I guess my shirt kind of gives it away. I'm not sure how well you can see, but anyway, it is Tuesday indeed. So I did not find anything yesterday. I found one thing which I kind of thought about picking up, but I didn't. Whatever. I mean, I have so much to watch, and that happens sometimes when I'm trying to sort of push myself back like that, and then the whole fucking table moves instead. I don't know my own strengths. No, this is a pretty unsturdy table, I suppose. Anyway, never mind. What am I talking about? I'm going to four places today, like I said, and I thought it was longer actually. The one place that I said was quite far. Apparently, it's only 5 kilometers or 4.5 kilometers away from here. It feels further when you go there, but so I guess I'll go there first, and I might not find anything, and then after that I've already said what places I'm going to. I think the Red Cross, Backlist, and the Ants, and so yeah. I'm, at the Ants, I'm hoping to find some more stuff for 5 crowns, because last time I found a bunch of titles for 5 crowns each, which is just a really good deal. So I'm hoping that they have added some more stuff to that offer, or whatever. And I don't know. I was at Emmaus yesterday, but I haven't been to any of these other 4 stores. Maybe it's not been that long. Maybe Thursday I was at one of them. I think I might have been at the Red Cross or the Ants on Thursday. Maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's 5 days. And they might have gotten some stuff in 5 days. And Backlist, I haven't been there in over a week. So anyway, I'm currently dealing with, because like I said, I mean, you have to pay the Swedish eBay. They want a commission for 10%. But then you also have to deal with taxes, which is the stupid government want taxes. If you buy something with the purpose of selling for more, with the purpose of making a profit or whatever, then you have to, show that in whatever. I don't really know how that works, but you need to pay taxes for that, and I'm not sure if I mean, it really depends. I mean, I will see if I'll keep doing this for longer. It really depends how much money I can make, and if I feel like it's worth going through all that hassle with the fucking taxes. Because they're not being very helpful. I've emailed them, and the first response I got was very quick, very short and to the point. But really, I would have liked it to be a bit more informative, because I didn't get really. Well, anyway, I didn't get a whole lot of answers, but I got a couple answers, and then I needed answers on a few more for a few more questions, and then I got a response on that, basically repeating what the first guy said, and then I've sent a fucking third. I'm just irritated. Third email, because I have to know how this works. I mean, I have to save all the freaking receipts, but on the receipts for second-hand stores, they don't. I mean, anyway, I'm boring you with this, but it's just I'm trying to figure that out, and whether or not it's worth it, basically. But for now, I'm gonna keep going, and yeah. There are a lot of people who don't, pay for the taxes, whatever, and hoping not to get caught. And a lot of people probably don't get caught. I guess it depends on how much you sell for. But there has been cases where people have not been aware of the fact that they need to pay taxes when they buy stuff and sell them again. and they have had to pay for that dearly later on, and I don't want that to happen to me, because that can happen years later. You know, years after you stopped selling, that can happen. And anyway, and I really don't want that to happen. Now I don't think I'm gonna end up making that big of a profit to the point where they would actually track me down. And anyway, but so I wanna make sure that I'm doing this correctly from the beginning. If I end up making money off of this, I probably won't keep doing this for that much longer. I don't know. But anyway, so that's kind of something that frustrates me a little bit, and there are more things that frustrates me right now. You know, for the first time in in forever, I don't know, I actually left the gym because I was like, fuck this, I can't do anything, and I just did not have any motivation anywhere. It's just, I mean, a lot of shit going on, and it's really difficult for me to find any kind of motivation and inspiration, especially when I can't do anything as it is with my freaking shoulder and stuff. And you know, before it was my knee, I couldn't go out jogging, and I was upset because of that, because I want to, you know, spring arrives, I want to go out in the forest and jog a few kilometers because it's so nice. But I can't do that. I have to go to a warm, sweaty gym and stand on the treadmill, or I mean on the cross trainer instead, and that sucks really. I want to be able to hear the birds and to feel the wind, and to feel the gravel under my whatever. It's such a different experience to jog in the forest and to stand on a treadmill. I mean, you can watch TV at the gym at the same time as you're on the treadmill, but I don't care about the TV. I'm saying fuck a lot in this video. I'm really irritated. It's not the same. So that was a problem for a while, but now this is even worse. I mean, it doesn't hurt right now, but you know, I just feel like it's a bad idea to lift, even though I can feel some discomfort here. It's gonna just get worse in the future, and I'm just trying to make it better, and but I don't know if it's gonna get better, because my knee didn't get better. I tried for ages to do exercises and different rehab exercises in order to get my knee better, and I even went and had an x-ray, and they saw nothing, and nothing has happened. So I just feel like I'm almost on the verge of giving up completely, which it's not a very good feeling. We'll see what happens. But so there are many things right now that are really kind of weighing me down. But I'm trying to make the best out of it. I'm gonna go to these stores now. Maybe I'll find something amazing that will cheer me up. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna. Did I mention that? No, yeah. Well, I said yesterday that I had some stuff that I was gonna ship out, and I did. Then the other stuff that I hadn't received payments for yet. I'm filming from a low angle so that you can't see the addresses. Yeah, the stuff that I hadn't received payments for. We have those things here. I have now received payments for all of those. I'm gonna be shipping those out now as well. And some more stuff here. 4 more things that I sold. Well, yesterday, I think, today maybe, that I haven't received payments for. So that's the new batch. Let's see what stuff are in there. I think yeah, I kind of surprisingly sold. You know, I was gonna reach and grab for the DVDs, because I know that they were here before in this pile. But of course they're in the Jiffy bags now, so I can't. Anyway, but Quick Change with Bill Murray, and Seven Samurai with Akira Kurosawa. Yeah, he played the main samurai. No, he was the director. Yeah, and so that those two actually got some pretty good deals for. I mean, sold them for. I mean, those two I bought a while back, and Quick Change I don't know. I don't feel like I need to keep it, and I figured if I can get, how much did I get? Like $15 for it maybe, and I figured if I can get that, then I'm willing to sell it. And Seven Samurai, I have the Blu-ray, and I don't know what I paid for Seven Samurai. I bought that on DVD years ago for like half or maybe even a third of what I paid for it now. I mean, of what I sold for it now, because now it's out of print. But I was still kind of surprised that I managed to sell it for 150. And then also Flåklypa Grand Prix, the Norwegian stop motion movie, which I sold that because I found a Blu-ray of it. I knew that it was released on Blu-ray, but I didn't think that I could get it in Sweden. But apparently I could, so I was like, okay, well then I'll just put the DVD up for sale, because I know that the DVD is gonna sell for about the price that the Blu-ray cost. So I did that, but then I realized that it's for collect or something, so I can order the Blu-ray, but I need to go myself to the store to pick it up, and that store is like miles from here. So, but I've seen the movie. I feel like I said this yesterday. I did 2 takes yesterday, so maybe one of those takes is the one that I removed. Well, anyway, whatever. Maybe you just heard that for a second time, or maybe I removed it the first time, or maybe I removed it this time. Obviously, I didn't remove it this time. If you're hearing this. Anyway, so I sold that anyway, and for I think I paid 50 for it, and I got way more than that. And I sold Little Britain Abroad, which I accidentally bought Little Britain Abroad and these 2 DVDs right here. I feel like I bought another Little Britain DVD accidentally as well, but at least those 3 I bought them twice. I ordered 2 copies accidentally from Amazon, so now I managed to sell one of them, Little Britain Abroad. Not for that much, but I just needed to get rid of it. But yeah, so I will, and also I have ordered those 400 bags, 400 Jiffy bags, 400 bags. And luckily I don't have to go all the way to the post office to pick them up. I just have to go to the corner shop, because I think it's DHL that handles those deliveries or whatever. And the closest DHL, whatever it's called, the closest store that where you can pick up DHL packages, you know what I mean, is really nearby. In fact, if I put the camera outside of the window right now and showed you down the street, you could see the store further down the street. So it's really nearby. So hopefully that's where it will be sent, and that's where I will be picking it up, because in that case it doesn't matter if it's heavy and hard to carry. It's really not that far. But hopefully that will arrive this week, so we'll see. Hopefully the bags are the right sizes. I mean, I have measured and made sure that they're not way too big, or that a DVD won't fit. They will definitely fit. So I think I ordered 300 bags that pretty much regular DVDs can fit in, and maybe slightly larger box sets as well, and 100 larger Jiffy bags where if I'm selling something like this, for example, then I can, but things like that, they're pretty fragile, so I feel like I want boxes for those. I don't want to send stuff like that in Jiffy bags, but I did order 100 of those anyway, because I feel like, well, some box sets that are not that expensive and maybe not as fragile, and also I'm not planning on shipping out 100 of those in a month. I mean, it's gonna take me a while before I've used all of them, so it doesn't matter too much. Hopefully, I mean, okay, so now I'm kind of contradictory here, because I ordered 400 bags, and that sounds like I'm either running not a big business, but still, sounds like I'm either selling a lot or that I have long-term plans. And I just said that I might not keep doing this because of the stupid taxes. We'll see. Hopefully I will, I guess. But I just don't know. I think that's it. I'm just gonna go now. The reason why I haven't been there yet is because the place that is 5 kilometers away, they didn't open until 2 p.m. today. So I mean, it's almost 3 now, but you know. Anyway, so I'll leave now, and when I get back. You know, I wish that I could film some stuff. I mean, I feel like the title to these videos, Movie Bargain Hunting, is a little bit misleading because I'm not actually doing any hunting in the videos. I'm just showing you the the aftermath of the hunting. But you know, like I've said before, I don't have a smartphone that I can kind of inconspicuously film with. I just have this big Canon camera, and if I pull this out, then it's really obvious that I'm filming or taking pictures. Whereas if you have a smartphone, you can still get great quality on those, but people just think that you're on your phone, I guess. Unless you're holding it up like this, then it's pretty obvious that you're filming. But so that's the reason why I don't really like to film outside, because I feel like everybody is looking at me, and I don't like that. I guess I don't have to care about it. I can just not worry about it. It's really up to me. But I do worry about it, and I don't really like it. So I hope that's fine. So you will see me right here. I'm just sitting right here in this chair, movie hunting, aka sitting in my chair talking. Well, anyway, hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you back here in. It's gonna take a little while. Let's do one of these again that I used to do. Let's see how long it will take. Confused? Well, you shouldn't be. It's the next day. I really didn't feel like filming anything more yesterday. Not that I was, you know, worn out completely, but I just came home at like 5:30, I think, and I wanted to kind of. I mean, it takes a while to kind of look up what movies I can sell, remove the stickers, and take pictures and put them up on for auction. So I think I was done at like 8:30 or something. So it was like, I mean, when did this thing become a full job? Is what I was thinking yesterday, because I was probably going. I mean, I was doing that stuff for probably about a good 5 hours yesterday. Anyway, it's kind of fun, but when it takes that long, I kind of feel like it's not worth it. But anyway, unless you can find something really good, which I didn't really yesterday. But basically, I went to Erikshjälpen, as it's called, 4.5 kilometers away, and I mean, everything is kind of scattered, so I don't really know where I got what. I mean, I probably could figure it out, but that doesn't really matter, I guess. But I'm gonna try to show you everything anyway. It's kind of all over the place. Yeah, so I went there. Then I went and on my way to the Red Cross, I passed another second-hand store which I'd never seen before. But it was kind of modestly. The signs were kind of modest. It just said yard sale on one side, and then second-hand Halmstad, which is the city I live in, on the other side. But it was like a proper basement, I mean, up to a building, and it was not that. I mean, it was pretty easy to spot as well. So I don't know if they have a name or what, or if it's just a temporary place. I don't know. But I just passed it, and then I went to the Red Cross, and then after that I found some stuff at both Erikshjälpen and the Red Cross, and then I went to Backlist, and they had a sign up saying closed today between 15 and 16:30, meaning between 3 and 4:30 p.m. So, but I thought it said between 3 and 4, so I was like, okay, well, I'll come back after 4. But I didn't have my cell phone on me, so I didn't know what time it was, so I didn't know if it was worth waiting. So I just went to the other side of the center of town, basically, and I went to the Ants. And when I passed, I mean, on my way to the Ants, right in the middle, there's a square, and there's a big church with a clock, and I saw that it was 5 minutes to 4. So I mean, I would anyway. But I still went to the Ants first. Found a few things, and then I went home and I left the stuff here. Then I went back to Backlist, thinking that they were open from 4, but of course they didn't open back up until 4:30. So, and I still didn't know what time it was. So I just decided to take a walk, and in the middle of my walk, I was like, well, let's go to that second-hand store that I passed before, which was I don't know, half a kilometer away, maybe a little bit more. Probably not more, something like that. And then, but I didn't find anything. They had DVDs, And you know, the two of them in the register, they kept talking about suicide as I was looking for the DVDs. I was like, what's going on? No, but they talked about it doesn't matter. But and then I didn't find anything, and then I left. And then I went back to back. Well, actually, before backlist, I was almost hit by a car. No, that was earlier, but that was at the same anyway. Well, I wasn't really, but if I did not hit my brakes, then that juvenile delinquent would have killed me to death, because you know he was just looking at me with from the inside of his car, you know, with a careless look on his face, like, yeah, I'm driving here, motherfucker, you know, probably like 19 years old or something. I should have driven right into him so that he would lost his driver's license. That would have made me feel so happy. But it was like it was on a what do you call them, zebra crossing, whatever. So he was definitely in the wrong, and he was coming fast as hell. Anyway, and he was working too, because he was in a company car or something. So he would have been fired as well. Oh, would have made me so happy. Oh well, next time. No, probably not. I don't wanna get hurt. Okay, but anyway, and then. So this was before backlist the first time, and before I went home. But then when I went back to backlist to the second-hand store, and then back to backlist for the third time. Anyway, I also went into it's called Chinese groceries basically, and I've been in there before, but I didn't remember it smelling like cat pee like it did. I mean, it's like you're walking inside of a giant rabbit cage. You know what they smell like. Most likely you do. If you ever visit that store, you will recognize the smell. And it wasn't very pleasant to buy food from a place like that, which I didn't. I wasn't gonna buy anything anyway. I was just trying to say. I mean, I didn't know if they had opened yet at backlist, so I just thought that, well, this will give me a few more minutes. But anyway, and then I went to backlist and I found some more stuff. Okay, so I bought stuff at all four places, and I can't really remember where I got everything from, which store I got everything. I think I could probably remember if I just made a bit of an effort, but I don't think anybody really cares. So I'm just gonna show you the stuff here randomly. So I found volume 12 of Skilda Världar. I previously have volume 13 and 15 right there, and 14. 14 in one of these that I'm selling right now. And so I picked up season 12 as well, or volume 12 as well, because I think apparently that goes for a little bit more anyway. And a Swedish movie here that I put up. I think I did. I'm not really that interested in watching this. Then here I found something. The Boy in the Tree. These Sandrews film gems or whatever. They have been going for some pretty high prices, and this is the only one available right now, this very DVD, on the Swedish eBay. So I picked that up, and then I picked another one of these up. I recently bought this for 20, managed to sell it for 66. So I thought, I don't know what I paid for this. I think I might have paid 10 for this, so that was okay. I don't think there's anything more right there. Well, here are actually two. You can see they're all over the place. I recently sold this. I think I told you about that, the Serpent's Egg, for a lot more than what I bought it for back in the day. So I bought another one because I found another one. And you know, there might not be any more people who want to pay the same amount for that, but I thought since I sold it, I might as well. Then I found this. Well, this is actually my copy, because the one that I bought, at first I thought that it was a bit sun-drenched, but then I realized that it's just a different design, because there was a bunch of little details that looked differently, and they had probably just re-released this and then changed a few things. But I'm still selling mine and keeping the one I bought yesterday, because this is in a better condition. So this is just the second best from Varan TV. This is just this is comedy basically, which I kind of like. I have volume 1 somewhere here. Yeah, right here, which I haven't seen this myself yet. So, but I did like that second collection when I saw that some time ago. Then we have some more stuff here. Quite a few more things. We have Elling, which I might watch, but I'm gonna get more for that than what I paid, so I might put it up. already. I mean, right away. I'm not sure. And I don't know. These were probably not that great deals on these. Doesn't really matter what these are. Swedish stuff. And I found Don Juan DeMarco, which is for myself. And then this one, But I Was Only Gonna Help, with Kim Bodnia and Nikolai Coster-Waldau. Isn't that the guy in Game of Thrones? I think so, but I'm not sure. And I found something called The Fury, I think, with Kirk Douglas, John Cassavetes, and by Brian De Palma. Yeah, I think so. Yes, Brian De Palma. And I found Fearless, which was at Backlist, and I've seen this very DVD before, like a year ago, I'm sure. And it was still there. Nobody wants this, but I do. I don't know why I didn't pick it up last time. I guess I wasn't in the mood to see this, and the DVD is pretty ugly. It's a snapper case, not in a terrific condition. And then I found this, which is not in a very good condition, but I think it's mainly the case. I don't think it's the cover. But the Brave Little Toaster, a Swedish release of this. So I'm gonna watch this myself for sure, but I might get more for that online as well. But I feel like maybe I want to keep it. Then just some blind buys that might maybe some of these I just pick up for the hell of it, and maybe some of them I regret picking up after. But this one's Slipstream with Sean Astin. I don't know. Vanya on 42nd Street. And here's another one, Wallander. This is the first one. This one doesn't go for very much, so I probably didn't have to pick that up. This one was fun to find. Privates on Parade with John Cleese, but I feel like John Cleese, this glare just follows me wherever I go. I feel like John Cleese might not be the starring role. It might be one of those movies where they just put a famous face on the cover because, well, you know, I'm not sure, but we'll see about that. It's probably not a very good movie either. The Indian in the Cupboard, I think I did watch that once as a kid. And then Prison Break, the final break. I pretty recently bought the fourth season. I'm gonna rewatch the fourth season and the movie before. I'll put that in there later, before the new show. And then two more comedy DVDs here. Sissela Kyle, Swedish comedian. This is for me, live show. And then another sort of theater live thing with some good actors that I've been wanting to see for a while, I suppose. So I picked that up. Then there's actually more stuff here. This one is called Demetrius and the Gladiators, which I don't know nothing about. I don't know anything about. I probably would not have picked this up if I would have had access to the internet at the store. Kiss Me. I actually have one that I have currently up for auction, which I haven't sold, but this was so cheap, and I think I can get more for these, so I just bought that one too. And then I actually bought all of these as well, these Wallander movies, 1 to 13, and I think there are more than these, but they must have, well, now these are not in order, but when they are in order, this spells out Wallander. I think it does. Anyway, well, it ends with an R, so I think so, yeah. So presumably, they hadn't planned on making more when they made those, because now there's more. So if they had planned on making more back then, I don't know why they would have put Wallander on the DVDs like that. But anyway, those are not all of them. There are some newer ones too, I guess. And yeah, those other Wallander ones that I showed you is with a different actor from, I think this is before. And I don't want to see these. And honestly, I picked up all of those because most of them are sealed, and I've seen some of those go for more than 10 anyway, which is what I paid. So I stood there for maybe 1 or 2 minutes thinking about it, whether I should pick them all up or not. I was thinking it might be a waste, but I did pick them up obviously, and I was gonna sell a few of them, but then I realized that Ola Rapace, a good actor that I like, he's in those, and I'm not gonna be getting much for them anyway, so I'm not gonna bother selling them. So I thought, let's just try to get into that. try to get into those movies, that series of movies, because you know, over the past, I don't know, but it seems like over the past decade or so, especially, maybe a little bit more, there has been a certain craze in Scandinavia for crime, mystery, thriller movie series, which I've never gotten into those. There are so many different detectives. I mean, I guess they're not really called detectives. They're more cops, I guess, aren't they? Well, anyway, cop shows. I just have never been very interested in watching them. There are so many, way too many to keep up with, and it's just not really my thing. But since it has an actor I like, not the main one, not the one who plays Valander, but another actor, since he's in it, I thought that, well, maybe this could be my entry to these movies. Probably not, I probably won't like them too much, but you never know, and I thought that since I have them, I might as well start from the beginning with the first one. If I like it, I have another 12 of them, so we'll see. But I am gonna give the first one a go, or give it a chance anyway, at some point. But you know, so a lot of this stuff I bought for me, and a lot of it I bought with the purpose to sell them, or you know what I mean. But some of the stuff that I was gonna sell, maybe I was hoping to get more for them than what I actually can. So all of these will not be going up online. But some of them are. This one is already up, and like I said, this one is, and I think right, no, that one is, and but I think and I think those two are as well. Actually, yes, I have gotten an offer for that one already. But anyway, so that is it. So let's see if those if they arrive this week. I'm gonna include that in the end of this episode, because it's Wednesday today, and I think they were shipped out yesterday, all those 400 Jiffy bags. So they might arrive tomorrow or maybe on Friday. So we'll see. If they do, I'm gonna include that in this video as well. So yeah, we'll see how big the box is. But now, leg day, meaning I'm gonna train my legs at the gym. I'm gonna do lunges and leg press and stiff-legged deadlift, and I'm gonna be warming up on the exercise bicycle before, and I'm gonna be doing some ab workout when I get home on that one. Alright, battery is blinking once again. I think the battery is blinking so often because I talk too much. It's not because the battery sucks. It is. I'm just making a joke here. But anyway, let's keep going with the joke. It's not because the battery sucks, but it's because it just wants me to shut up, so it starts to blink. Just please, please turn the camera off and stop talking. Alright, I will. Okay, it's still Wednesday, 3 PM right now. Just been to the gym. I did more than I said, just for the record. I did some more exercises. Felt pretty good today. My knee didn't hurt from all the leg exercises, so that's pretty good. Well, it kind of did actually, but it doesn't it doesn't really hurt now, and that's, anyway, never mind, moving on. I just received 5 text messages telling me that I have 5 packages to pick up, 5 of them, although the first 2, they have the same sort of tracking number or whatever, so I think they just sent the first one by accident twice, so that means that I have 4 to pick up. So my sort of concern about this being a very large package was correct, because it's indeed so large that they had to split it up into 4 different packages. I feel like there's a smudge on the camera. Actually, there's nothing but smudge on the lens. Anyway. But that makes sense that it's 4, because I ordered 4 packs of 100. So I'm guessing they sent those out in one package, in separate packages. So good thing that it's nearby. It's just down the street. But I'm probably gonna have to go 4 times, and that's gonna be a little bit. Well, I'm just gonna have to go 4 times. Maybe I can carry 2 at the same time. I'm gonna have to see how big they are. Otherwise I'll just go 4 times. So, but I'll get started and we'll see what happens. And that's it. Yeah, it was actually not that big of a process as I thought. 4 of them I didn't have to go 4 times, I only had to go 2 times. Because they're not that heavy. I mean, I'm not super strong. So this kind of proves it. They're only Jiffy bags, so I guess it makes sense. All right, let's check it out. Actually, sorry about the motion sickness. This has to be the first unboxing I make in the hallway. Ah, what a beautiful sight. Let's see. Let's make sure that I have 100 in here. Otherwise, there is actually a 5th one that I'm missing, but I don't. Let's count. Yeah, 50. Okay, so we have, 50, 100, 400. Cool. And, okay, so they look pretty. They look DVD sized, I think. Let's make sure. Let's make sure with a bit of test. Let's put the boy in the tree in the bag. Perfect fit. Okay, good. And with these other ones that I have had since from before, I've had to, since they're used, I've had to just tape them shut and use a bunch of tape. But here I don't need that because we have this thing that you peel off and then it sticks. Obviously, you know how it works, but it's gonna be nice not having to worry about the tape anymore. Well, okay, it actually fits really well too. I'm not sure if anything bigger fits in here. This has to be the smaller one. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Let's try a bit of a thicker one. Yeah, it fits too. Good. 1 second. Let's see how these bigger ones look like. Okay, so they are the same height, but they are wider, so that should mean that I can fit something like this Twin Peaks. Did I talk about this? That I was gonna sell this? I don't think I did. Twin Peaks. I'm gonna get the Blu-ray of this eventually, before the new series comes out. I'm gonna get the Blu-ray, rewatch it, obviously, and I don't need this gold set anymore. So this is they're not in a great. They're fairly flimsy. They're not. They won't give you the best protection, but so I don't know if it's a good idea to put these big bulky box sets inside of here, but I think it, yeah. Well, it does fit, sort of. It's not a perfect. Well, I don't know. Would you be upset if you got something like a Twin Peaks box set in a bag like this? Maybe I can put a newspaper around it. They're really quite fragile. I just tore that without even trying, and I did it here too. Well, not the best quality, I suppose, but they weren't very expensive. For 400 I paid with taxes, which I haven't had to pay before, but apparently I had to this time. It came out to almost 900, so about, well, a little bit more than 2 crowns per bag, which is pretty cheap, I guess. So But yeah, that's it. So I don't know where to keep these. I mean, I guess I'll have them here and just move this stuff out of the way. We'll have some more room. I can just pile them on top here, I suppose. So yeah, they actually didn't take up as much space as I feared. But they're not. I mean, yeah. Anyway, I guess you get what you pay for. But well, I'm not actually the one who paid for them. I charged my fellow buyers because I mean, they pay for the shipping, so I figure they can pay for the bag too. It's only 2 extra crowns. And it's actually 900, quite a bit of money, so... Well, anyway. Yeah. I mean, they see the shipping cost, obviously, before they buy it, so they know what they have to pay. So they can decide whether that's too high a shipping cost or not. I guess, I mean, if the shipping is high, then they are less likely to pay... Well, they're likely to pay less. So then I will make less money. But, you know... It is what it is. Okay, another long video, I'm sure. Let's edit this thing and get it up before the weekend. Did I? It's Wednesday today. Well, that's my goal anyway. I think I have to do some more grocery shopping now. Actually, I was there on Monday. I mean, it's not like I come home with several bags full of stuff, but I need milk and cheese, and maybe some more stuff while I'm there. I'm not sure. But basically that's what I need, especially milk. I can't be without milk. But yeah, thank you for watching a third part. I don't think I'm gonna make a fourth part yet in a little while. I feel like I've done all there is now, and what is to come is gonna be just repeating myself, but we'll see. But I will keep doing this stuff, and I'm sure I'll give you an update sooner or later, you know, how things are going in one way or another. So, alright, that's it. I think I sat on my chair for about almost the whole video. So, yeah, thank you for watching.